Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sagittarius March 2023 Tarot Bite Weekly Reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So hi, everyone, and welcome. I am doing, so this is a mini read, meaning this is a quick read that's meant to be about 10 minutes. That's just a way to give us an overview of what's going to be happening for the week ahead. So you have a general theme, a point of reference to kind of keep in mind. And then we're going to be looking at a doorway that is opening for you that Spirit would like you to be aware of, that is going to keep you on your spiritual path to growth and elevation. Now, for those of you who are looking for more of an expanded reading with clarifiers that we go deeper into the message, that would be my illumination readings. Last week's are posted, and next week I will be posting another round of those illumination readings. But Sagittarius, I'm going to get right into this. So right off the bat, we have your main kind of theme for the week, which is divine talents. It's number 39, which breaks down to the number 12, which for me is the God number. It's the number truly of divinity and wholeness. But that will further break down further in numerology to the number 3, which is the number of creativity. It's being seen. It's also greeting life with the innocence of a child. So beautiful message coming through. I like that the divine talent, this card speaks quite a bit to kind of realizing suddenly a talent that you probably have always possessed, whether it's just a part of your personality or whether it's a true ability that is coming forward now, that is meant to be really utilized and integrated into your current experience to help you, again, continue on that elevated path to spiritual growth. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the excerpt that comes in the book with this. Just the small mini one, because again, this is a short reading. Some of these descriptions are very long, and I just want to get, again, we're just a quick overview here. So we have, you are a talented soul. It says, over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attract healing energy, and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own inestimable value. Do not be afraid to use them. And I love this because often when we rediscover a part about ourselves that either has laid dormant or maybe we are just discovering it, we're at all different points in our life and we may be going out newly into the world of education or newly into the world of the work environment or newly into the world of becoming a parent or marriage and significant others and all that kind of stuff, that sometimes we unlock something about ourselves we didn't realize was waiting to come out. Again, that we were great at doing something that maybe others are not. And sometimes that can be wonderful. It can be shocking and surprising and exciting. And sometimes that can also be a little jarring in that maybe that talent you discover is something that is maybe not accepted by everyone, or it is something that maybe might require more of you as you start to develop and work with that talent. And I do kind of like here that there's almost like this Pied Piper, I'm seeing intuitively kind of come through this Pied Piper element of maybe you are attracting others to you or are meant to be some type of teacher, leader, or groundbreaker in some avenue that really plays off of your divine talents, and you're meant to kind of be the one to lead the charge so that others hear the call and maybe are going to be also discovering something similar about themselves. But that does mean that you might have to be the trailblazer, the first one to pick up that flute or the recorder and to start to play your song, which can often be a little scary or a little maybe even off-putting, because there might be a level of responsibility around that comes with that. But I do love that it's never a bad thing when we discover a divine talent. And usually we discover them in the right time, or we rediscover them in the right time when they are meant to, again, be part of our growth or to help elevate the collective experience at this time. Like we're mature enough, so to speak, to realize how to apply it or its implications in our life at that moment. Okay, so you've got quite a few cards coming out here. I was meaning just to pull one or two, but this is really where the doorway is opening for you guys, which is interesting. We're looking at, utilizing the concept of curiosity to help Spirit really be able to take our curious mind and eye and internal spiritual gaze and really look in a specific area for this portal to open up. And so we have the Empress, the Fool, we have the Six of Coins, and the Eight of Wands. Interesting in that the Empress and the Fool, this really speaks to creativity. The Empress is the kind of ultimate creator. She has the ability to really give birth to what she would like to. And she also knows that she is there to hold space for what she is manifesting for herself. The Fool is about leaping into something. So for many of you, you might have maybe felt like something happened very quickly around, maybe you leapt into a creative project. That could be something around this. You might have leapt into becoming a parent or actually giving birth to a child. This can be where maybe that took us out of the blue. It kind of created a new cycle for us that we didn't really understand at the time. When the Fool comes out, this is literally leaping into the new without a lot of baggage, it can come when we feel like we're a little bit shoved off the cliff, or it can come when we're just ready to say, you know what, I'm going to leave all that behind and I have this creative idea that I want to pursue and I'm just going to do it. And with the Six of Coins coming in, there is a return on investment around this cycle coming through. So it may be that maybe you had to quickly adapt to becoming a parent and suddenly now you're gaining traction. Maybe you felt a little like, whoa, this is a little crazy, a little off-putting. I don't know. I can't keep my footing. Or this could be where maybe you dove into a creative project where you were putting in a lot of time and energy and effort, and you felt like maybe you weren't getting a return on your energy. Maybe it was like, man, it's all new and I kind of have to keep putting in time for free towards something. And suddenly the Six of Coins comes in and says, even though maybe you didn't get that return on your investment immediately, there is this kind of divine law of balance that whatever we put in, that energy will be returned to us in some way, shape, or form. But we have to be kind of open to how that comes in. And with the Eight of Wands, I think there is quick movement here. It's coming in very quickly. It may come in very surprisingly. And it may feel a little jarring. This can be like where we get all of a sudden we've been working towards building that business, creating that something. And it's like, okay, we might, we've discovered that divine talent. We've been working with it. Now we're like, well, maybe it's just time to walk away. And suddenly a communication comes in and says, hold up, I'm that new client that wants to, work with you or book you or whatever. Or, you've been trying to become a writer or a painter and you're like, I don't know, I took the leap. I thought that was a talent of mine, but maybe it's just not going to go anywhere. And suddenly you get that email from the publisher that's like, yes, we're ready to go. Or something instigates quick movement in that area. Suddenly you have more time to maybe invest and finish the book and turn it into the publisher. And suddenly that gets the wheels moving. But there's something here around this week about a return on an investment and quick movement around something that ties directly to your own creative process that you took a chance on, that you took a leap towards, and it's gonna come to be. You're going to see why maybe something wasn't rewarded then and why now it's kind of coming in at this point. So this is that doorway. So I'm going to pull a Power of Surrender card now. And this is where Spirit would like you to have the courage to surrender to the message on this card so that you can have the courage to really, I think, make use of this quick moving energy that's coming in for you to this return on the investment in any way, shape, or form that it is choosing to come in for you. Okay, so let's take a look, Sagittarius, at let's see here. What does Sagittarius need to know about where they need to be courageous this week? Okay, well, that one does not want to go back in. So we have surrender, low self-esteem. I love it. It says you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. It is time to move forward, full steam ahead, Sagittarius. And I love that it says you deserve success, love, and abundance. Often, and this sounds strange, I've touched on this in a few other readings, and I've experienced it myself personally, so I can say from my own perspective, I have battled with this, that a lot of times we claim out loud that we are afraid of failure. But the reality of it is we're actually afraid of success, because what does success generally mean in our perspective of, let's say, maybe where we've been working on a creative project and we're hoping it is going to bring in a certain monetary return, or we're hoping that, we're building a family and we're hoping it'll give us a certain return on an emotional level, something along that line. But generally in our observation or modern day perspective, success comes with a lot more responsibility. Success comes with a lot more visibility. Success comes with a lot more perceived work. And so often we can get to this place where we kind of hold ourselves short, because we say, well, if I did get that really big client that was going to, be the one who says, yeah, sure, I'll pay you the $100,000 to bring you on as a contractor to come in. And there's a sudden realization of, oh my gosh, now I have to prove. Now I really have to prove what I was here to do. And this is no longer just a side project. This is my full-time, work. And I have to prove that I can handle that level of stress and self-management and responsibility. If this is around like the home level, this could be like suddenly, you always wanted the home and the family and all of that. And suddenly you're realizing, wow, success means that I have to become a parent and be lifelong responsible for another individual. And there's that feeling of, am I ready for that? Am I really ready for that level of responsibility? But yes, you are. Sagittarius, this is what it's saying right now, is that yes, you are very much ready for it. You're very much ready for that level of success and the love and the abundance that comes in when we say we're ready to meet that challenge. We can hold ourselves responsible for doing what we need to do. And oftentimes, once we finally just kind of break through that and we say, you know what, we'll figure it out as we go, that suddenly we realize that all the work that we had perceived we would have to do, it actually comes a lot easier. It's not as hard as we had thought, or the steps that we couldn't quite understand, that is as simple as just Googling it or talking to somebody who could be a mentor who says, oh yeah, no, just do that, and this. And suddenly you're like, oh, that's all I have to do. Okay, well, yeah. So keep that in mind. But I do love that this is coming in as surrender low self-esteem. You're ready for it. Whatever this opportunity is, whatever kind of, I think maybe, again, you took action towards something and it's shifted the balance towards incoming abundance in your life. It's like, just let it happen. This is, again, fast moving energy, fast moving communication. And it's like, it's time to go with the flow. And this is going to be all about unlocking truly a talent of yours. And the more that we follow those talents that are unique to us, the more we are rewarded, the more we are supported by spirit. Okay, so let's go ahead here. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. I think Taurus got that card as well. We have Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. For many of you, there has been a transformation period going on. With the number 11, this is the master number. This is the portal. This is moving between what currently is to what can be and hopefully will be when we have the confidence that we are co-creating with spirit, that we can handle the change as we walk through that doorway into an expanded version of our life experience for ourselves. And I think for many of you, there might need to be kind of like a pull back, a zoom back out on maybe where you had entered into something kind of newly. When the Fool is truly kind of like that inexperienced, innocent, naive, childlike energy, or maybe you had naively gone towards something, naively started a creative project, naively maybe even gone into a new work environment, or naively, got pregnant and had a child. That it's saying that was all part of your transformation. That was the start of it. And now suddenly it's time to pull back and realize, like, you are that. Maybe now you are the individual who has mastered that creative side to yourself, or you're no longer the newbie in your workplace. You're now, really able to, again, bring a talent out within yourself that you hadn't even realized when you first started this whole process was actually going to come out. This can be where we enter a workplace with no experience, and suddenly we unlock a true talent for maybe managing others. And we never knew we had that ability. We never maybe wanted to manage others. And suddenly we realize, well, gosh, I'm actually great at being a mentor and supporting another in their work environment. Or this could be where we realize that suddenly we get called into a marketing meeting, and even though we have no marketing experience, we suddenly, just through our sheer enthusiasm and connection to our imagination, we're able to come up with a whole marketing campaign, and we, shock our peers and maybe our boss or manager into realizing, oh my gosh, you have a talent for this. Like, why don't you come over here and help us with this? And suddenly it's like all of that kind of like, trying out this, and I don't know if I'm good at this. And all of a sudden it's like, here it is. There is something now that's going to really, I think, show you just how much you've transformed. And this fast moving movement, this opportunity that's coming in to really kind of, again, reward you for all the kind of selfless energy you've put towards something that at one point you were newly jumping into, is all going to come full circle here. So beautiful week ahead. There is truly a beautiful portal opening to receive success, love, and abundance. So keep your eyes open for that. Don't be afraid of success. All right, Sagittarius, I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. If you'd like to watch your illumination next week, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll probably have those just kind of coming up and posting throughout the week. And again, I wish you a wonderful week of love, success, and abundance, Sagittarius. Bye.